Okay, so here's what I went with. Some isopropyl alcohol and some paper towels. These are shop towels. They stay together a little bit better than the ones you use in the kitchen, but whatever will work. So I poured the alcohol here because obviously you're trying to get ink to flow from the cartridges that sit up here through these little ports and out this printhead. Um, the printhead had a buildup right here where I'm pointing, and a big one there, and I think one there. Just a print up of dried up ink, so a buildup of dried up ink. So I took a knife and just took my knife and gently scraped off those areas because I thought maybe because of the buildup it wasn't seating. Some kind of contact somewhere wasn't seating, maybe. I'm not sure. That's just a guess. Anyway, alcohol dries faster than water, so I figured that was smart. And it also would clean just as good as water. Although I didn't soak it. You know, some the people on YouTube will tell you to soak it overnight or soak it. I didn't want to do that. So I'm going to put this back in and see if it works. I think I'll blow it a little bit. I've got an air blower, air tank blower, and I'll blow it a little bit just to get any extra alcohol evaporated real quick. I know this is really loud. That's just sorry shouting. That's my air gun there. I've got a compressor underneath and a tank, so I just blew it out. So it's pretty good now. Still not as much as soaking it overnight or running water, like I already said, but I didn't want to do that. So let's stick it back in and see what happens. Okay, we're going deeper and deeper into this. So next thing we're going to try is, see these two little screws here. One there and one there. I'm going to take those out, and this is kind of like a sandwich thing, and it has some holes in the middle of it that let the ink flow from there to there, and we're going to make sure those holes are clear. Okay, now understand that Canon does not expect the end user to be doing this. So, and these little Phillips head screws, you could strip that head of it pretty easily. So make sure you've got a Phillips that's exactly the right fit for those screws. I've got a few of them, and this one seemed to fit the best. So I took those two out. I'm trying to, sorry, out of frame. I'm trying to do this one-handed. There we go. And I'm peeling this back. Sorry, out of frame again. Jeez. And that's what you got inside there. And those holes in the middle of the whole middle of my frame, that's what has to be clear. So we can take this little gray part off and look through those holes, and I think this brown piece will come off too. I need two hands here. It's very hard to get this shot, but I've got a flashlight shining through that plate, and you can see there's one hole that's like the red hole that's clear, and like most of them are clogged up. So that's what we've got to clear. And we're going to use a little fine wire or a very fine toothpick to get those clear, and then follow that up with some spray, electronics cleaner or alcohol. Okay, see it? See the two holes that are open and the rest of them are clogged. Okay, now I'm going to show you. You can see the flashlight through all those holes. Okay. So don't worry about the little splashy marks. That's just a little ink stain. Don't worry about that. Just make sure there's no big globs of ink. So clean the other side there. And I'm going to suggest to you, actually, don't use a little tiny wire or a toothpick unless you actually have to, because I think you could damage the shape of, whoops, the shape of that part on the other side there, and probably your printing won't look that great. Okay? So just try to blow it with air and electronics cleaner. Don't forget, put your rubber seal back in there. Make sure that's clean. And then put your 2 screws in there pretty tight. Okay, so let's put this back in. I'm going to show you how this goes in. It's actually kind of like tip it at the top and lift it out like that. So it goes in like on a 45-degree angle towards the back, and it just kind of drops in there like that, okay? Then put that latch down, put your ink back in, match up the colors. I replaced the yellow one. I don't think that was the problem, but it was pretty low. Okay. All right, let's try it. It's gonna make a clicky, clacky, clunky noises. It cycles back and forth. Cross the finger. Alright. And we're going to try and turn the power on and off. Come on, baby. Still getting it. I'm going to try the power cord, which is a little more than just the power switch.